So everybody's heard of the Bermuda Triangle, right? Mysterious place out in the Atlantic Ocean where weird stuff happens. Ships go missing, people are never seen again, so on and so forth. Now, what if I told you that Massachusetts has its own version of this, and it's called, not kidding, the Bridgewater Triangle. It's an area down by Bridgewater, southeast part of Massachusetts, that touches a couple of the surrounding towns, primarily Taunton actually, where there's been everything from paranormal sightings to satanic rituals allegedly happening there, cryptids, animals that don't usually exist in Massachusetts aren't native to this area, and it all happens in one place. So we're gonna look into it. Welcome to The Search. Let's take a look. You like Kowloon now? Just answer the fucking question, please.
I think this is my favorite. My favorite segment from you.
Yes.
How can you not love the Kowloon? The Kowloon, by the way.
Do you know when you don't like the Kowloon? When you go there for the wrong reasons, like a moron. You go there looking for the Peking duck entree, you're an idiot, in my opinion. You got to know what you could find something good just about anywhere. If you're going to Kowloon for like a poo-poo platter and some fog cutters that'll knock you on your ass,
yes,
buddy, you couldn't be in a better place.
You couldn't be in a better place if you want quick food, great drinks, good atmosphere.
Great atmosphere. Best atmosphere I've seen in a Chinese restaurant. Down to like the pseudo Christmas lights, the tiki bar thing over in the back corner, the outdoor patio now. I love it all.
I swear to God, and they say it's going to be gone soon.
Yeah, I don't.
Do you think they just do that? Like
I
it's
think
going
they
away.
might
It's like
just
the
do
McRib.
It would have
You know what I
started.
mean?
Yeah,
the McRib's leaving. It's not coming back. Like everyone get in. You know.
I just think it's too much of an institution at this point.
You can't get rid of it.
You know, it's the most profitable Chinese food restaurant in the entire country.
Yep. Independently owned.
Independently owned, most profitable in Chinese food restaurant.
I believe it's got like 1,100 seats. It is packed. Yes.
Yeah, that's 100% true. Yep. And I'm pretty sure, not to segue here, the most profitable Chipotle in the country, it was a tie between one in Worcester. You can double check this if you want. One in Worcester or the one in right outside fucking Wellington Station in Medford.
Really?
With the CVS and the Dunkin' Donuts right there.
Okay.
That was like the busiest one, I think, in the whole country, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm pretty sure, too, not to get back into Prince Pizza, but I'm pretty sure Prince Pizza is one of the most profitable or most sales for an independent pizza place. I think it's ranked.
Really?
Yes.
No shit.
Yeah, Route 1 fucking slams.
And there's a lot of a lot of people.
The only person that hasn't been to Route 1 is Jack.
That's essentially it. Yeah, and he grew up 5 minutes from there.
Makes no sense.
No sense whatsoever. When you think of the Kowloon too, the football field, the parking lot's the size of Gillette Stadium.
And the outdoor thing's sick.
The outdoor thing is unreal when they do
concerts. That's like one of the greatest things that happened during COVID.
Hands down. If there was a silver lining to come out of COVID, with all the places we saw close, which was sad.
You know what I liked about COVID, though? That you could just say no. You could just say no.
In terms of what?
You didn't have to go out. You had an excuse. You could just sit. No, I'm not going out tonight. I'm just staying home.
That's everybody with a selective social battery.
Oh, that's great sometimes.
Just can't do it.
Yeah.
COVID's out there. It's in the vapors.
It's in the vapors, yeah.
You never know. Yeah, exactly.
My wife got the sniffle. It was like a perfect built-in excuse. Oh, I haven't been feeling good. I don't want to get anyone sick.
Then you ended up in the hospital.
That did happen during COVID.
That did actually happen, yeah.
So that did happen.
That 100% happened.
I had some of the worst Chinese food I've ever had. I, for some reason, decided to order a beef and broccoli, and we'll inlay that picture. I'll let him do that. Mass General does not have great beef and broccoli, not like the Kowloon.
Hold on. Wait a second.
Wait a minute. I think I might be able to send you this picture now.
Before we get into it, because this is a thing that a haunted person does, speaking of the Bridgewater Triangle, which is what we're talking about today.
Why did I order beef and broccoli?
You're going to tell me, wait a second.
I was feeling a little good.
You had some kind of encephalitis then from this virus at some point, because there was some swelling in your brain that made you act unlike yourself. Because with the reputation hospital food has in general,
yes,
you're going to tell me you're like, the Chinese food is probably better than this turkey wrap?
I had already slammed turkey wraps. That was the thing. I was just starting to come out and eat. I hadn't eaten in like 3 weeks.
By the way, the generic turkey wrap that you can buy at some places, it's hard to find a good store-bought one. Some of them have that mayo that sucks, the turkey that sucks.
Yeah.
It's like cafeteria meat. It's awful.
Yes. I actually once got an Italian cold cut wrap from Mass Eye and Air or Mass General, one of them. And it was the grossest thing ever. I only bought it so I could take a picture of it. Like, I didn't eat it. I saw it in the container because it was one of those grab and goes. And I'm like, I have to take a picture of this. The grayest meat you could ever get in your life.
Come on.
So, yeah, they got to step up their game. I'll definitely send it to producer Pat, this beef and broccoli picture. He'll throw it up. It's disgusting.
Because you need, you literally have people, some of which are in life-threatening situations. It's a hospital, bro. There's people dying. There's people being brought back to life. There's people having surgeries. There's people fucking with chronic illnesses. Why would the food not be better? The food by the way, I know the Michelin star thing just came. Every hospital should have Michelin star food. There's no excuse.
With the amount of money that comes into a hospital, I would agree.
100%.
Yeah.
I want the chef from Nobu in Mass General tomorrow. I'll break my leg on purpose.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this question, because we'll go back to the Kowloon, and we'll kind of tie it into this case.
I mean, I feel like I can speak for all the listeners. We are all just waiting to see how you transition this conversation into
you'll see what's up here in a second.
Kowloon, would you say it's one of the centerpieces of Route 1?
Yeah.
Like the building,
I think
everything?
it's the centerpiece.
What shape would you call their roof?
I think
if you're riding right up on it.
It's a combination of a bunch of triangles.
Bunch of triangles.
Traditional Chinese
I don't know if you meant to
maybe.
do that, but that's the first thing that popped in my head. I thought you were going to go there
Listen, you know me pretty well, pal.
Yeah.
I was going to get this somehow.
Masterclass.
It really is. It really.
Good.
I got to pat myself
So
on the
good.
ass a little bit here. The Bridgewater Triangle. Shout out to Kowloon. The Bridgewater Triangle. Where do you even start with this fucking hullabaloo of a mess?
I will say one thing. We got the tinfoil hats on. This is
God.
like, I wish like he had some friggin' Ready Wrap or whatever the brand
we
name.
need
Reynolds?
tinfoil
Is it Reynolds?
Reynolds wrap.
A little Reynolds wrap I could throw on my head right now.
100%.
Because
KFC does that when he does the conspiracy shit. It's hilarious.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
We are. Would you say we're out of our, maybe not comfort zone's the right word?
I'm not a ghost guy. We're not paranormal people. You and I are not paranormal, but I'm not a ghost person where I'm like, the spirits are here, I can feel them. No, I'm not. I'm not with the ghost thing.
I did once have a babysitter that ran me out of the house one time. So I had a babysitter that was babysitting while my parents were at work. And it was me, my older brother, and this babysitter.
What do you mean ran you out of the house?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
All of a sudden, we're sitting there. We're up in the kitchen, and we hear a noise down the basement.
This is the house.
And this girl was peak paranormal.
Hold on.
Like,
This is the.
This is my house now.
Gotcha.
I'm still
Okay.
in.
This is the house.
Yes. And she's peak paranormal. I'm talking like she had like all the astrology signs, all that stuff. I know that's
Is this
not
somebody?
technically paranormal
Is this
now.
somebody that is no longer a part of our family, but delves into a lot of conspiracy theories?
No,
right
but
now?
that would be perfect. But
Okay,
no,
so
that's
that's
not
where I
that.
thought you were going with that
it's
for a
not-
second.
It's
You
not
know
that
what I'm
person.
talking about. Okay.
No, yes. No, this person, like Ouija boards used to be around.
Oh,
She organized like a not a seance at one point, but like had someone come over and was like lifting people with their fingers type thing. I don't know what that's called. Do you know what that, when they used to do that, they used to lay on the table and
Hold on a minute. So you're gonna see? There's no
like
way,
medium stuff.
Well, first
right?
off, there's no way your mother knew that this was happening because there's no way she would have let with the way
Okay.
that this family
I will
operates
agree-
from a religious standpoint. There is no fucking way.
I will agree.
The matriarch
However,
knew.
she might have been laying on the table that time where this thing happened with the fingers and lifting the people up. It was a weird thing. It was a weird thing that was going on in the 90s where, like, I don't know what that's called, where they lift the fingers up like light as a feather, stiff as a board type thing. Have you ever heard that, guys? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I
Or am
need
just
a
wild?
producer note on that, please. I need something because now the house is haunted and now I don't want to go for Christmas Eve now because this is stupid.
Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Light as a feather. So anyways, this girl is one of those people, right? She believes in all that. We're sitting there. I'm probably 10 years old. Let's say she's like 25. We hear a noise downstairs. All of a sudden, we start running. We run out of the house. She's like, we got to get out of here. There's a ghost in the house. I knew there was a ghost in this house. Blah, 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 blah. We run outside the house. First of all, we're the first people that ever lived in this house.
I was going to say, who died in the house?
So who knows? It was apparently like some, burial ground or
Oh,
something.
give
Who
me a
knows?
fucking break.
So
in
we-
Revere, Mass. Of what, dinosaurs? Shut the fuck up,
So
dude.
we run outside. We go across the street. We knock on the neighbor's door. They let us in the house. Now she's frantic. We look through.
Tell me it was like Wall-E.
Yes, that's whose house.
Oh,
we go to.
really? This is
We
fucking
look through the bay
hilarious.
window. We're looking across the street, and it's just my brother standing there with his glasses on, like in our bay window. Like he was just downstairs, walked up, my older brother, and he was just like,
If you know who this is, this
just
makes the
sitting there with
story
his glasses, and
87
he's just
times
like-
funnier.
And then, so then we're walking across. He's like, "What are you guys doing?" And we're like, She thought there was a ghost in the house. And now I'm ratting on her. I'm like, she thought there was a ghost in the house. She ran across the street. How embarrassing. Like, I'm in, like, my underwear.
Wally's
like,
can you guys get out of the fucking house,
Yeah, he's like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah,
like,
Ramos is like, does anybody want to play Texas Hold'em right now?
Since then, I've never believed in ghosts whatsoever.
Right. Yeah, I'm
that
out
the
on
girl
that.
was such a whack job.
Do I know this person?
I think you know her.
Okay, well, you tell me after whoever the fuck it is.
So,
it wasn't who I thought it was.
But yes, we're not ghost people, but I do think that this is extremely interesting.
Right. We're going to start in the literal 1600s. For all the Braintree people, this is the early indigenous history of the Bridgewater Triangle in the 1600s, sometime in the 1600s. The Wampanoag Nation warns colonial settlers about the area now called Hockomock Swamp. A lot of what you're going to hear in this episode reverts back to, like, is based out of this Hockomock Swamp place, which sounds like a location from a fucking Goosebumps book.
There's also, like, the Freetown Forest, Hockomock Swamp.
Yep.
Basically, Wampanoag, they viewed this entire area. So basically, the Wampanoag was this Native American tribe.
Yep.
Wamps, home
Made
of the
Braintree Wamps again, by the way.
I do remember that hat. That was a great hat.
That was funny.
Shout out Lights Out Bobby Lang.
Yeah.
Pride of Braintree.
Shout out to the Pride of Braintree, Bobby Lang, absolutely.
The Wampanoag viewed the entire region like a living ecosystem. So, like, I think that's pretty big in Native American culture. That
it translates to the place where spirits dwell.
Yeah. That Hockomock Swamp is that place where spirits dwell.
Is that all swamps to Native American people, though? I'd like to know that.
What do you mean by that?
Did they look at swamps as places where, like...
They looked at, like, water and all that stuff in, like, a spiritual sense.
As, like, an incubator for spiritual energy and shit like that, right?
So, like, Hockomock literally means, like, place of spirits, place of souls. It's considered a boundary zone, a portal between the world living, and the afterlife.
The spirit world or some shit? Yeah,
the spirit world and the afterlife. It was used as a ceremonial burial ground for thousands of years. Shamans, or they called them powwows, traveled here to seek visions, guidance, and
Is that where powwow comes from, that term? Did powwows have powwows? I wonder. I'm serious.
It's a good...
I don't know if they gathered people around for like a fucking a ceremony.
The powwows had a powwow.
Did the powwows have a powwow? I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm being dead serious. I mean, the words sound alike.
Sally sells seashells down by the seashore.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what I mean? It's like...
The word powwow came from the Algonquin language, family spoken by tribes like Wampanoag, Narragansett, Massachusetts. Good call, Mark.
Get me there. Come on, man. Come the
See,
fuck
you're just
on,
using
man.
that brain. It's firing on all cylinders.
Come the fuck on, man.
See, yeah, that was a great thing. So the powwows did do the powwows. So they believed in, like, house natural spirits that, like, demanded respect. So they thought, like, the ground demanded respect, and this was kind of like, they looked at it as like...
Well, these were very nature-connected people. Everything
really
they did was
had.
their whole existence was connected to nature, respecting nature, incubating certain things about nature. You know, obviously they had this idea of ancestors and how they connected to them and all this. They were very, this is going to sound ridiculous. If anybody's seen Avatar.
Yes.
I mean, essentially the movie's a fucking digitalized version of Pocahontas.
Okay.
And the idea of these, like, bio-connected, life forms on that Pandora planet with the Na'vi people and how they're connected to Mother Tree and all that shit. It's like an allegory for Native American, like their whole life template, right?
See, I'm glad that that's how you look at these things. I look at, like, just blue people fighting, and I'm like, I'm in. You know?
Well, I love that. The first Avatar I fucking absolutely loved. Would you become an Avatar if they let you and said you can live out the rest of your life even longer as an Avatar? You're like,
well, I figure at some point I'm probably gonna lose my legs. So yes, I probably would.
You can get that diabetic leg back.
Yes, yeah.
It's tough to replace. You know what I mean?
So this location is considered like the spiritual core of the triangle.
Here's another thing. To add to the whole, not that the spirit thing is a morbid thing. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. It's not meant to be.
Yeah.
In other words, it's not a thing where it's like it's not like you would look at a graveyard. You know what I mean? It's more of like a place that's just looked at as this crossover point, this bridge point between the afterlife and the current life, right?
It's tough to look at that because right now, what would they be? What would the Womps think of like how we litter and treat the land nowadays? We're just throwing up skyscrapers on.
I'd be sending people back from the afterlife.
So just think about that. Like, it's tough for us to think about like how people think of the land, but back in the day, certain tribes, that's how they feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they looked at it totally different than we look at it.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Also, to add a more morbid side to this lore, it was also used as a strategic ground in the King Philip's War from 1675 to 76, which is one of the deadliest conflicts in early American history.
Yes.
So,
The King's
a lot of fucking people died in this place.
Yes. The war was the bloodiest war per capita conflict in American history.
Wow.
So per capita is like meaning like in its area, like
Yeah.
the most ever.
In
So
other
more
words,
than
for
the Civil War.
for the most amount of deaths in a concentrated area.
And it was fought largely inside this triangle. So inside this triangle,
Right.
essentially is where the bloodiest war, well, the most death per capita has ever taken place in
In a
any
condensed
war.
area.
It's crazy how historical Massachusetts is.
It's insane. It
Like,
is
just think about, we
insane.
did the New
It never
Bedford
ends,
stuff.
bro. Yeah,
We
it
did
never
this.
ends. The Frederick Douglass thing was insane. I'm like, there's no way. And
It
then
still
was
blows
like,
my mind.
it
I
is.
tell people that all the time. Like, do you know that Frederick Douglass took the Underground Railroad up here? Like,
Wild.
that's insane. What a railroad.
Are we good to what a hell of a railroad? Are we?
So no, I'll get into a little more of the thing. The final defeat of Metacomet, who was King Philip, happened here. Thousands of Wampanoag were killed and allied indigenous people. So other tribes were also killed. So sacred lands like that Hockomock, remember this swamp was like sacred to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was desecrated and seized. So people feel that that's like
Well, the land was disrespected.
yes, it was disrespected.
You know what I mean? The
Tribal
land was-
power was broken.
Yep.
And spiritual traditions like remained in the landscape. Like they were still the people that did survive were like, how does this happen to our land type thing? And they still love the land.
It's got to be like a
showed
crisis.
respect to
Well,
the
it's got
land.
to be like an existential crisis. You know what I mean? For those people at that time, right?
So many modern like paranormal people will say like that this is the root cause of the triangle's energy, because this is what we're all getting into, the energy of it, the root cause. Like it was spiritual. Now all this stuff happened, murder, the land was desecrated. That now there's an energy, if you believe in this stuff, that
Right.
now it's living.
I've always said that I think areas of, whether it's the Bermuda Triangle, whether it's this place, whether it's any other area with paranormal things that happen, I personally think it's always had something to do with like the magnetic field of the earth in that location that throws off people's, whether it's your fine motor skills or how your body orientates itself, if that's even a fucking word. There's something in like natural that is throwing off how people function in these places. You know what I mean? Whether it's a naturally occurring gas, something magnetic. That's what I think with the Bermuda Triangle, where like compasses stop working and shit. 'Cause
Well, that's
how
what
do
they say,
How do
yeah.
compasses work?
Magnets
Magnets.
off the North Pole.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's where I'm like, what I've always gone back to. We're gonna jump to the 1900s if you're okay with that.
Yeah, we can get into that if you don't
you
want
have
to go
anything
into.
else?
Well, you got that land's the 12,000 years.
No. Nope.
Okay.
What do you?
Yeah,
what
it's
do you
not
got?
that big of a
What do you
deal.
got?
Well, basically, for 12,000 years, this isn't even just from the 1600s forward. For 12,000 years, the Indians lived here at that Hockomock, and it was a spiritual thing for that long. So for 12,000 years,
It's an institution at this point.
it was a spiritual place. We're talking like right after the Ice Age. The ice melts. The Indians are
Yeah,
there.
that's crazy.
So think about.
to
So you're gonna
think
take
about.
from Ice Age, dinosaurs, Ice Age, fucking Paleo Indians have been living in this land. All of a sudden, there's this huge war.
Right.
In their
This
lands
is
getting
essentially
taken-
a caveman with a feather.
yes.
Right.
So they're saying like the weight of that added to that energy.
you got to think this is generations upon generations of ancestors that lived at this location.
Yep.
That occupied this place. So if you think the winters are bad now, imagine Massachusetts back then. These people fucking earned it.
Yeah, the Ice Age.
No, I mean like even after that. I mean,
Yeah.
what we say all the time, this state has only gotten warmer as we've gotten older. Winter back when we were kids, this
Yeah.
is all guys in their 30s besides Jack, by the way, was way different. We talked about it with the Men in the Water episodes.
It's true.
How like it used to be way snowier, colder. So imagine what it was like back then. It must have been fucking like the Scandinavian wilderness in this fucking state. You know what I mean?
It's honestly a miracle that people survived.
It makes these people earned it through and through, right? We're gonna cut to the early 20th century in the 1900s.
Yep.
Where reports of mysterious orbs, strange lights, and quote-unquote Thunderbird-sized birds surface in regional newspapers. Keep in mind, early 1900s, I always think of like War of the Worlds being broadcast on the radio, and then idiot people legit thought that it was actually happening.
Yes, I know.
And like mass hysteria broke out in like the late 20s, early 30s.
Yep, I do remember that.
Which is
what the fuck is a Thunderbird-sized bird?
I think it's like a pterodactyl-sized bird, like a griffin-sized bird almost.
What is it? Does anyone know what an actual Thunderbird is besides
Producer,
a car?
if
you come back with a car, Jack,
we need
you
power
officially
stage
are
Pat
gone.
right now.
Thunderbird is a legendary supernatural bird found in the oral traditions of many indigenous tribes across North America. It's one of the most powerful beings in native mythology.
Yeah, but how big is it?
So it's essentially a dragon.
Yeah, it's like a giant pterodactyl fucking bird thing. Hunters now report seeing massive puma-like cats, even though mountain lions at that time are thought to be extinct in Massachusetts. This is still a thing, by the way.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
I think that they kind of, people, obviously, you know, we're going to get into some animals that people see, but this is one of the things that they see, these huge cats that, you know, they shouldn't be around.
Yeah.
Especially at this time, that they shouldn't be here is what they're saying.
Well, there's another animal we're going to get to in a little bit that's...
So basically in the 70s is like, you know, 70s has a big portion of like these UFO sightings, and they're a little, I wouldn't say more credible.
The 70s is where the UFO thing comes in.
Yes, yeah.
The 70s is where the UFO things... So from 71 to 75, multiple... And this is where there's some credibility here. Multiple police officers actually report...
Correct.
Of UFO sightings over both Bridgewater, West Bridgewater, and Easton. Okay?
Yeah, so in 71, Orange Spheres Wave, they call it. Rehoboth and Seekonk, right kind of at the bottom of the triangle, I would call it. What's the bottom of a triangle called? The base?
Hypotenuse.
No, I think it's the base.
Oh, I don't know. Is it? Yeah.
Is it the base? Yeah, it's the base. We overthought that.
Way overthought that.
Multiple residents reported bright orange and red spheres floating silently over Route 44 and 118. I'm pretty sure Route 44, if I'm wrong, was that New Bedford road.
Yep.
Like it was part of the New Bedford serial killer roads.
Yep, right.
The witnesses said the lights hovered low, they changed shape, and then shot straight upward at like an unnatural speed.
Yep.
Police,
and that checks out for a lot of UFO sightings.
Yeah, it's always
strange light sightings, whatever you want to call them.
They're moving, you know, different than anything people have seen at that time. Police in Rehoboth logged several calls about the same object on the same night. This is one of the earliest large-scale multi-witness sightings. So this is one of the first multi-witness sightings.
This is a communal event.
Yes, we're saying like in American history. This is one of the first of multi-witnesses calling in at the same time. 73 to 74, the flying triangle craft sightings. So this is, again, multiple people saying this. This is in Bridgewater and Raynham. It's a large triangular craft with 3 white lights, 1 red center light. Silent movement seen over Route 24, which is like the Bridgewater Center, and Raynham wetlands. Witnesses described the object as the size of a house, moving low and slowly. This predates modern black triangle sightings, which is something that people see nowadays. Black triangle, I'm not sure what people are seeing nowadays.
I don't know what that, that's new to me.
Again, this is another thing. Like, are you a UFO guy?
Yeah. Yes, I am. I'm a UFO guy.
Are you a UFO guy thinking that these UFOs are aliens, or you think that it's a military thing? Or
I think a lot of times it was thought that it was aliens. I think another great theory that I have heard is that if they were in fact alien, that they are remotely controlled from a different location.
So it's just like
there's nobody in them.
Some dudes hitting a joystick.
Somebody's playing a game back at the UFO station or whatever's going on. Because think about it, some of them are really small. How the fuck is anybody going to fit in these things?
Yeah, I think aliens exist.
I don't think it's
I don't think it's
Zendar.
signs.
Yeah, it's not Zendar and Borg in the fucking front seat of this thing being like, hey,
I think aliens are here, but it's just an organism or something, like a plant.
What?
I don't think it's an actual person or a being that's here. Like, that's a foreign matter.
You think it's a hold on.
I don't know what.
You got to elaborate a little bit on that. 'Cause
I
that's a
don't
little bit out of
think
left
that
field,
there's
I'm not gonna
actual like aliens running around.
You don't think it's like gray aliens that are like 6 feet tall, walking around with big eyes that look okay?
That's just I mean, I know that there's plenty of sightings of certain things. I just don't think it's like what we think of.
Okay.
Like, I think there could be organisms here from a different part of the solar system or a different solar system.
Okay.
But I don't think it's a living creature can be anything. A plant is what I'm saying. Like,
okay.
Like it could just be like an atom and a proton.
So you're
you know
saying there could be like, if like, let's say like a meteor crashed on Earth.
Yes.
You're saying some form of like a seed.
Yes.
Could fall out of that.
Or whatever. Some type of living organism.
Whatever, and plant itself in the soil here on Earth.
Yeah,
and
that's just as crazy as what we're getting into now.
It is.
Late Nippanikket UFO, 1976. Police near the lake saw a disc-shaped craft descend toward the water, hover, and emit a white spotlight. Fishermen claimed that the water rippled outward as if something just above the surface created pressure.
Like a fan or something, or an engine or some
Right.
kind of shit. I always trust
Like
the
a
fishermen,
hover.
by the way. I do trust the fish. I feel like the fishermen are the most trustworthy eyewitness accounts you can get.
I would trust a fisherman over a meteorologist. I feel like a fisherman, they know weather, they know everything.
I wouldn't trust a meteorologist to fucking call me on Tuesday morning.
You know, because
how many
they're
times
calling you on
I'm
Wednesday.
convinced anybody could
Yeah.
be a meteorologist, by the way.
I mean, we're probably going to hang us a meteorologist.
I don't give a
but
fuck.
I
They're wrong
actually,
like 60% of the time, especially
they
in
are
Massachusetts.
snake oil salesmen.
100%.
They are so wrong. Has anybody ever been more wrong, more consistently, and still held their job than a meteorologist?
No, I don't think so.
Football coaches get fired at halftime.
100%.
The meteorologists, they're just, you get
Besides
meteorologists.
anybody who works in Scientology.
Has
no.
a meteorologist ever been fired? That's what I
don't
wanna
know.
Probably not. Not for
know.
job-related issues.
I will. NFL refs.
Yeah, I think any ref.
Any ref.
Tough to find a ref.
It is.
I don't know how hard it is to find a meteorologist, but
I don't know what the pool is like. Do you want to go to 1976 really quick?
yeah,
where
we
now
can.
We're
I guess
going
you get
into,
it. There is more sightings, but you get the point that there's sightings.
They're all kind of
from
in the same description.
all the same description.
1976 is the first sighting of a quote-unquote cryptid-like, hairy creature sighting near Hockomock Swamp, and it is logged by local law enforcement. I think this is the first appearance of what is called a pukwudgie, if I'm not mistaken.
Pukwudgie's a word that I've never heard before in my life.
Not until I looked at this shit, no.
Thank God, you know, this wasn't like 20 years later, because you remind me of a cryptid, hairy-like creature.
I get to, yeah.
A little bit like that. So, like,
Right.
I don't think you were born in 1976.
No, I hope not.
What's a pukwudgie?
It's like a little, it's sort of like a Native American version of like a, I don't want to say like a leprechaun. It's more like, there's a word, like a thing for it in Gaelic mythology too. It's like a mischievous creature that leads you with deceit to somewhere dangerous. There's been, insert title
Well, I'm
of different.
just thinking of the entire Leprechaun movie series.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking of.
Right. It's some kind of like a siren, whatever
So-
you want to call it, like in Greek mythology. Remember how the sirens would like lure men into fucking dangerous, precarious situations?
Yes.
This is kind of that.
Okay, so I have this more. So from my descriptions that I'm looking up, I'm seeing it more as a Bigfoot type. It's more of a big, like this version. We have a high number. This is actually the highest number. The 1970s contained the highest number of hairy hominoid reports ever reported in Massachusetts. So biggest Bigfoot accounts, I'm taking it as Bigfoot.
Okay.
Like Bigfoot, like
In a
there's just-
different YouTube video, it was described to me as what I described.
so smaller.
yeah, like a small, like this big, like a small little.
So
like,
Boston, Boston guys aren't the tallest guys, so maybe,
This could have just been a
maybe
guy from
maybe the
Bridgewater.
hominoids are
Yeah,
just like
this could have been a guy from Taunton.
Yeah,
That
it's
just walked out
a
of the
guy-
forest. Yeah, that
it's
was
a
fucked
guy
up.
from
I don't know.
Taunton.
Yeah, whatever.
So 1970.
Could have been a guy from Taunton fucked up speaking gibberish.
Yeah.
And it was 2 a.m. This guy had no idea what the fuck was going on. It was
Yeah, he just-
1976.
Yeah.
What do you have, a flashlight?
And
That doesn't help.
we all know, like, everyone was hairier back in the day.
100%. Guy probably had the whole swoosh haircut
Yeah.
with the Magnum PI mustache.
Yes. So 1970, the Hockomock Swamp Bigfoot. A group of teenagers report a hairy, upright figure. This one's around 6 to 7 feet tall, which is fucking massive. They describe a strong foul odor and heavy footsteps. The creature retreated into the thick swamp brush with surprising speed. So they said it was very fast. This is the first major Bigfoot sighting documented in the Triangle, where these kids seeing this, 6 to 7 foot. Now again, could this just be, Andre the Giant running around? It's possible. It could just be a big old
Oaf.
Big oaf. Yeah, oaf's a perfect word.
Just a
I
big
love
oaf.
calling people oafs.
Oaf. It's so
Yeah.
it's
Everyone
not
knows an oaf.
It's not an insult. It's just accurately describes so many people.
Yeah, like he's just like a
Honestly,
hockey
just a big
defenseman. He can't get
oaf.
to the corner. Just an oaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michelle's mic is an oaf.
Yes, there's a lot of oafs.
Oafs. Yeah, we know some oafs.
Yeah. I think she just loves oafs.
Big oaf chick. Honestly.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a bunch of different sightings of like gorilla types and like big creatures, and I do have a small one. So I'm guessing this is kind of where you're saying that pudgemudgy or whatever you call it.
Puckwudgie. Yes.
The puckwudgie.
The pudge. Yeah.
The
Right.
pudgewuggy.
Yeah. The punch buggy. No, but that's the you have the two confused then.
Yeah, I think it was multiple sightings. So I see that
Right.
one. So so that's the puckwudgie and the Bigfoot sightings is where they in the 70s they were really like popping up left and right apparently.
No, it must have been. Yeah, I don't. Bigfoot, I'm out on. There's no way you don't get it on video. I don't give a
In
fuck.
1976, no one.
No,
has
no, I'm
video.
saying even now. Like, I don't know.
I think
don't
there's
give a
too
fuck.
many people hunting Bigfoots.
For no one to find this
Yeah.
thing.
Now, is there an animal that could represent a Bigfoot moving fast? Probably. There could
Maybe.
be. But it's not what people think.
No, I don't think so. I'm out on Bigfoot too,
You're
personally.
Out on
I've
Bigfoot.
been
What
out.
about Bigfoot candy? Do you remember the Bigfoot candies?
No. Describe it, and maybe it'll come back.
It
to
was
me.
like a Swedish fish, but it was a Bigfoot. Do you remember that?
Oh
Wow,
yeah.
those
Yes.
slapped.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah,
even
yeah.
get
It was
them
the
anymore.
Big red foot. It looked like the for any '90s
big
kids
toe.
growing up. No. Remember the
Yes.
North Carolina hats with the foot on them?
Yes.
It looked like that, right?
Yeah, but it was red, and
yeah.
it's delicious. And I did look back a couple years ago. You can get them out of Canada. Well,
Oh, can you really?
yes, but
Probably get them at that Pete's Pop place.
just a
on Route
delicious
1.
candy. Yeah,
Free ad.
It was always. You know how sometimes those Swedish fish they get too hard and they're not like.
Yeah.
This was like tender.
I'm not a Swedish.
It's like the filet mignon of Swedish candy.
So Swedish fish for me was like I can eat like 4 of them and that's it.
Well, yeah, and then also like they're getting stuck in your teeth.
If you can eat a bag of Swedish fish, God love you.
Dude, you got TMJ. You eat too much.
Oh
That's
my
just-
God, that and I gotta say that and Milk Duds.
Yeah, milk
Milk Duds do a number
Milk Duds
on you.
do that, yeah. Sometimes popcorn gets me. Certain popcorns, like I'm just chewing my toe. Like in a movie theater, I'm hammering some popcorn. By the end of it, I'm like, damn, my jaw's hurting.
Really?
Yeah,
That's very interesting.
yeah. I think I got a weak jaw.
You might. I don't know.
So,
19. Are you gonna jump to 1978
yep, we can.
with the murder of Mary Lou Aruda? This is one of the Triangle's most notorious crimes. 15-year-old Mary Lou Aruda is abducted in Raynham. Her body is found tied to a tree in the Freetown State Forest, which is inside the Triangle.
Correct.
James Cater is convicted after multiple trials. Maybe this will be an episode down the road. The case becomes a quote-unquote dark anchor for the region's violent history.
Yeah, so Mary Lou Aruda, she's 15. She disappeared on September 8th. Her bike was found on Church Street with no signs of a struggle. They think she was quickly abducted. Driving a 1976 Dodge Colt. So this person threw her in the car. If you were to believe that James Cater is the one who did it, he's the Taunton man that actually gets convicted for it.
Yep.
She's found tied upright to a tree, bound at the wrists and the ankles, gagged and partially decomposed. So she's actually in that forest. This forest was also a sacred area to that Wampanoag tribe. That's why they consider it a dark anchor. Like it just adds to the energy.
Yep. There's a lot of death in this area.
Yeah. This dude ends up dying in prison in 2016. He's 67 years old.
It's way too young for him. I wish he went to fucking. I wish he rotted for fucking years.
So are you on that level where you wish that I actually agree with this. I think that the death is a quick
Escape.
way out. if they're gonna be in prison, you might as well just let them, like, you'd want them to die like 95 in prison. Like
99
in a
and a
hole.
half.
Yes. Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends. Because I gotta say, like, when you turn the lights out, you don't know where somebody goes.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
It's true.
Nobody has any idea. You might go rot in the flames of hell for eternity. Who the fuck knows? You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. But what I do know is your story in this life is over. That's
Yes.
it. That's it. The lights go out, and that's it. You don't
I
know
think
what
people
happens
like
after
this
that.
deserve to suffer for as long as possible.
Yeah.
So,
I,
however that is the case, but I guess let's get into what a dock anchor is, because some people listening don't understand probably what a dock anchor is.
Okay.
Just for the listeners, I think it's interesting. We're talking about 128,000 acres. So this is a massive size.
This is
of
huge.
land
This forest is
pretty
huge.
fucking
for the
big. Yeah,
because I was
holy
just
shit.
curious the size
It's
of
tough
the
to
triangle.
Yeah, it's tough to tell from like looking at a map how big a place actually is, but that's. I wonder, can we compare that to any like other, like what that is like in relative area space, Jack? If you can find like a comp for that, that would be great.
Yeah, I know. How big is that?
Very interesting
So a
piece of
dock
info.
anchor is like a major violent event or trauma site that becomes a fixed point to like local fear, folklore, and paranormal legends. It's one of those things that they say ties back to the energy.
The house that Breonna Maitland got found smashed into.
Yeah, they ended up knocking it down. But you're right,
Dock
that would
anchor.
be considered a dock anchor.
Yep, to call back to a different
These
episode.
locations repeatedly draw like new stories. Like, agreed, the Breonna Maitland thing, right? There was, they had that home invasion beforehand. Stuff was happening up there. Then she ends up disappearing. Like if you believe in like, not karma, but certain things, like they're drawn to certain areas and locations. And that's why they call it anchoring. It's an area's reputation for like darkness.
Yeah. Do you want to go to 1980s? So
We can go to 1980. Let's do it.
So there's now cult activity and ritual sites reported in the Freetown State Forest, which is obviously in the Triangle, as stated before. Multiple reports of satanic or ritualistic activity within Freetown State Forest, which includes dumped bodies, ritual fires, discovered altars, and local police report persistent vandalism and animal mutilations.
Yeah, so this is where we're getting into like that satanic stuff. Freetown State Forest is where Aruda was found,
Yep.
tied to that tree. So in 1979 to 1980 is kind of like where these Fall River cult murders happen. Doreen Levesque's bodies found in October 1979, found under the Brightman Street Bridge, linked to Fall River's prostitution ring. There's claims of satanic rituals involving this ring. Members of the prostitution circle, like the pimps in this situation who were pimping out these girls and were running this ring, were Carl Drew, Kyle Davis, and Robin Murphy.
Tough time to be a Carl.
Yeah,
Is it ever a good time? Kyle's just one of those names. It's like, I don't know.
yeah.
I
Kyle
don't know.
Everett, he was headbutting
Sucked.
people, right?
Karl Marx. No. Not a big Karl
I know
Marx.
there's a
I don't
fucking
think
Kyle
anybody-
right now listening to this being
There
like,
is.
what the fuck?
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I can't catch a break.
Yeah, I can't catch a
Having
break.
named
I'm
Kyle. It's like
yeah.
the least sexy name of all time, too.
Yeah,
It's funny because Carl Everett was the first one that came to my
yeah,
mind
Kyle
too.
Everett, yeah.
Yeah, and he was a half a scumbag.
So members of this thing, they apparently this is what they were doing. They were holding occult meetings. So they the people that were running it were holding occult meetings in the forest. So they were holding those meetings like in those remote forest dwellings. It's 128,000 acres.
It's kind of the only place you can hold those.
Well, basements. I feel like basements are great.
Basement
cult
is a
places.
great, yeah. A basement
But
would be a
abandoned
good-
buildings, I think of like, I mean,
But a
no, we're
basement,
talking-
I feel like you need space.
Yeah, but I just see them in the
space.
robes
You gotta,
and the
yeah, you gotta-
lights and-
No, I know.
But if you think about it, in 90% of, in fiction works or whatever, like you watch a movie, they're usually in a forest.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like, it's in the middle of nowhere, and then there's like a circle on the ground with all candles lit.
Yep.
Like that's basically what they're describing here. In January to February 1980, Barbara Raposa is found murdered. Rumors circulate about ritual activity in the woods connecting the street crime with the occult symbolism. Karen Marsden then disappears in February 9th, 1980, right around the same time. Witness testimony later claims she was dragged to the wooded area and killed during a ritualistic satanic rite. We'll get into a little more of her later on. While not all murders occurred physically inside the forest, key gatherings and terror rituals were said to have taken place there. So basically, like, they were planning all this stuff inside the thing. They were doing the cult meetings, all that stuff. And it just kind of grew to that, like, cult murder legend. Like, okay, there's a cult involved. So now we're getting satanic stuff. It's another dark energy.
Essentially, there's a cult in the woods.
Yes. Which, like we said, it's just going to spread like wildfire. It's like one of those things it's taboo, right? You know, it's people talking about it. 1980, you don't even have that stuff. Like, think about Charles Manson. When was that? 1970-ish?
Yeah, it's all around that area.
All that people, the cults were big. They were hot in the
Hot in
streets.
the street, yep. I was just going to say. 1980, we're going to cut to the Dighton Rock Mystery.
Yes.
Ancient carvings are found and studied again. Researchers propose either Norse, Native, or Phoenician origins. I don't know what Phoenician is. Somebody can fill me in on that.
I was thinking Venetian moon, but that's Venetian.
Correct.
Which is great veal chop at Venetian moon.
Yep.
Do you feel like we just talk about food the whole time?
We find a way to get it in. That's when we should start selling ads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a subtle plug.
Yes, I like that.
It becomes a triangle cornerstone due to the unexplained symbols on the Dighton Rock.
Yeah, so the Dighton Rock, it's a 40-ton boulder, 40 tons, 80,000 pounds, pretty big, covered in deeply carved petroglyphs, which is originally located on the east bank of the Taunton River, Berkeley, Massachusetts, obviously inside the Bridgewater Triangle. Mm-hmm. It's considered one of the most mysterious artifacts in North America because no one knows who carved the inscriptions. So it's one of those things that this is what they're saying. They don't know who carved them. The carvings include human figures, geometric shapes, lines, arcs, symbols, and possibly ships or animals.
Okay.
But there's also a full museum dedicated to this one rock.
Which is like
it's in a protective enclosure. You can see pictures of the rock online, or maybe he'll inlay one if he's not too lazy. The inscriptions have no agreed upon origin, so they don't know at all where they're from. So for 300 years, people have been like trying to theorize where they come from. Most people feel it's indigenous, like, you know, because a lot of those languages they're not really sure of. Wampanoag, obviously, which we already went over the Wampanoags. Norse, 19th century, some claim proved that Viking explorers traveled far inland, like far enough inland off of the coast. Now, this isn't that far off the coast.
It's not, I was going to say, it's not that far. It's not like this is in North Dakota, dude.
People even think that Leif Erikson carved this thing. Like, that's the North.
Hinga-dinga-down. Like,
So,
yeah, happy
yes,
Leif
Leif
Erikson
Erikson.
Day, yeah.
But again, there's no archaeological evidence that like confirms that Leif Erikson did that. So that's another thing. Portuguese explorers, again, we know this area is heavily Portuguese.
This is mini Portugal, man.
So this carvings record the expedition of Miguel Corte Real, a missing 1502 explorer. The carvings include stylized Portuguese text, so some of it does have Portuguese on it. Ancient Phoenicians, I have that as well. It's Phoenician script on there as well.
Where are these people from?
The Phoenicians were an ancient civilization that lived along the Mediterranean coast, what is now Lebanon, northern Israel, western Syria.
So it's like a Middle Eastern, it's like an ancient civilization from the Middle East.
Yeah, I don't think it was like a phoenix coming out of the ashes, carving this thing. Most people think that it's actually a combination of everything. Like
a lot of people have come through this area.
Yes,
it's
almost like a melting pot. They see, it's like graffiti. Everyone wants to put their tag on the wall.
Microcosm from Massachusetts, it's always been a melting pot.
Yes, so like that's what they think. They think that this was kind of just added to throughout the years. I'm sure people, even in the 1980s were throwing stuff on this thing.
Right. Now, 1983, we're skipping over the...
Yep. Skipping over that and the next one.
Got you. 1990s, we're going to go to animal mutilations and continued strange reports. Multiple horse and cattle mutilations are reported in Rehoboth, Easton, and Bridgewater, with no perpetrators ever identified.
Yeah, so...
I know that this is oftentimes associated with, like, UFO activity.
Yeah.
And, like, crop circle shit. if that's even still a thing.
They basically saying that they're like landing their ships and killing these cattle and
draining them of blood and
Yes,
shit or
and-
something. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
But yeah, basically dogs, deer, horses were all like mutilated, animals with their throats slit, blood traces around stone circles. So like stone circles are set up in this area, blood all over it. Again, leading to cults, UFO, like alien theories, all together.
Right.
Police actually classified them as suspected ritual sacrifices. So whether it was, you know, satanic stuff, cult stuff, or, you know, something like you're saying, UFO stuff, obviously they don't know. Multiple hikers reported like cloaked figures, like people in cloaks, holding torches in the forest late at night around where these circles are found. Again, we're back to forests and cloaked figures.
I mean, this is the more plausible stuff.
yeah.
I mean, it's the most plausible of any.
And then, like, obviously you get those, like, copycats because now it's going around, and now you got teenagers, you know, doing
Do you
mock
think? Hold on.
satanic
Do you remember like in 2015 when everybody was dressing up? Not everybody, but like people would dress up like clowns and just stand in random places.
Yes.
I feel like they were clowns.
Well, that's
there.
what I'm saying. Like,
What a fun time that was on social media.
are you a big clown person? Are you scared of clowns?
No,
I don't
but
understand that.
no, but I loved the random clown LARPing thing. That needs to come back. That was
Do you know who's-
so much fun to watch. I
I
don't
was
care.
in college for that?
Huh?
Was I in college for that when that happened? I
That
remember
was
like a
no.
real
We were
scare
no.
to
This
people.
is
I
like
forgot about that.
2015. We
Yeah.
would have been out of college.
I was a junior in college in 2015.
Oh, you were?
Yes, I remember this. In like, what was the app? The movie. No, what was the app people used in the same location? The same location that was anonymous, but you could like drop.
Like Yik Yak or something?
Yes, Yik Yak,
Oh,
and then the
shit,
clown
wow.
thing with the Yik Yak. That was a wild time. I forgot all about that.
That was a blast.
Wow.
That needs to come back.
Your brother's definitely scared of clowns. I've
he
always
really?
said, like, all I want to do is scare your brother in a clown outfit.
Well, hold on.
so-
Nico's afraid of horror movies in general. He does not like scary shit at all. He never has.
Well, he's like a 6-year-old kid in like a 30-year-old
he's a
body.
man-child,
Yes.
essentially, at this point. Yeah.
So yeah, but this was happening. What you're saying, like when I said groups of teenagers were doing it, they were actually doing that. Like police reports, like they were mocking this stuff because that's what teenagers do. Like this rumor was around. Same with the clowns. Like, oh, there's deadly killer clowns in this, you know, and then all of a sudden they're just standing there as a killer clown. You know what I mean? It's the same shit. So again, were they seeing mock stuff or were they seeing actual stuff? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's kind of where it goes back and forth.
1998, we're going to go back to the murder of Karen Marsden.
It's actually 1980, so that's a typo. But I want to basically tell you that we'll go back just a little bit, that there was fresh altars, blood markings, and ritual debris all scattered through this forest. So it just keeps happening. New sightings, like in the 90s, too, of 3 to 5 people in black robes consistently happening throughout like a 3-4 year span, all in this forest inside the triangle and other areas. So like there's like an insane amount. The number of cases are insane in terms of reported things. I don't know if that's still going on nowadays. Like comparatively, everything I look up, this is the most it's ever been in this area. You know what I mean? In terms of timeline. Like nowadays, it's not happening as much. You know what I mean? Right. But yeah, Karen Marsden was that 1980 murder. I know we have a typo here that says 1998. 20 years old. Fall River cult murders she's involved in, obviously. She's one of the victims. Again, she was a sex worker in Fall River, working for those people. We kind of went over most of it. Carl Drew was the pimp, the enforcer. Basically, this is one of the things that like her head was actually severed off and stuff.
Jesus Christ.
Her body was never recovered. So they just kind of found like the top half of her.
Wow.
So basically, they try to say that this is, again, another proof of that satanic ideology that just kind of permeates through the Bridgewater Triangle for some reason. Sure. Now, is it something, like you said earlier, is it something that's in the air, in the water? These are all these things. Like, what's making these people do this? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I think it's just a convenient activity where people could do shit.
I mean, there's murders all the time.
All the time.
Yes.
It's always in a forest.
It's always.
I mean, like, not always, but like, I mean, how many people have been found dead in a forest? A fucking bajillion.
I mean, we've probably done, in wooded areas, we've probably done a few on this
Half
pod.
of our cases took place in the forest so far. Just about.
It's crazy.
Or they're close to a forest, they're near it, whatever the fuck, right?
So yeah, people always want to tie all this stuff together. Is it? I guess that's the question. Is this all related, or is
Right.
it just a series of unfortunate events?
I think there is strange magnetic activity to close this out, and like get into the theory part of this. I think magnetic activity is something that is yet to really be pinpointed on how it affects like the human brain. I think that the lore of the place attracted more concrete, not concrete, more like tangibly noticeable things where like you have occult people going somewhere where they know like bad energy harbors.
Yep.
And carrying out the shit that they do, which is obviously weird and satanic shit.
The magnetic thing, is that a Marc Lewis take, or is that something that
I think it's a Marc Lewis take, but it's like a kind of
it.
a science-based thing with the Bermuda Triangle where it's like that they think there's like a magnetic field or a drop in it in that one location. And that's what throws off like ships, disorients people, and shit like that. Because you got to think, magnets come in all shapes and sizes, man. They're not just fridge magnets. You know what I'm saying? And magnetic energy alone makes a lot of this planet go around. You know what I mean? Tectonic plates and shit like that, like all that type of shit. Like the Earth has a huge magnetic pull on a lot of shit.
The only thing I'll say with the magnets is like that copper fit stuff that like Brett Favre was selling at that point. That was a crock of shit.
Yeah, I don't know
that?
what the sleeve.
The sleeve that
for
was
like tennis elbow.
Yeah,
and
it was
shit?
like
Yeah.
these dudes like off of ACL
Copper tone or
surgeries.
whatever it was called. Yeah, copper.
Copper fit.
Copper fit. Yeah, sorry,
copper
right.
fit. No, I guess it's kind of
I
like,
believe in David Copperfield more than I believe in Copper fit. Put it
I
that
guess
way.
this whole thing kind of revolves around like it's on a bigger level, obviously, than like a haunted house, like House on Haunted Hill. Any of this stuff, like even the Annabelle doll stuff, like that haunting, like does it stay with the area?
Yeah.
Like if a person was killed in a house, does that person stay there? Like does that haunt the house where other stuff starts happening? Like, think about every horror movie you've ever seen in your life.
I think the lore drew bad people there to do bad things because they knew it was an area associated with bad shit and weird shit.
So people think like Salem's like one of those
Yes,
things because of
it's
like the
kinda
dark
like
anchors,
that.
those witch
Yeah,
things, and
that's
like
what I'm saying.
Obviously, other cults will have went to
I think there was
Salem
absolutely cult activity in the forest at one point, if there isn't still today.
in the triangle.
Yes.
Yeah, I would agree with
100%.
that.
I think
Because
there 100%
it doesn't
was.
mean that they're actually summoning the devil.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
But
It's
out there
just-
doing a chant.
Yes, but they think they're doing whatever they're doing.
Right. It's
It's
the
when they
same
start
thing.
sacrificing animals, sacrificing people, all that
Yeah,
stuff is
well,
when
then
it's...
you have legit criminals that are deranged.
Yes.
And something needed to be done back then that clearly never was. But at any rate, I think if you're talking about weird magnetic, I think it's got something to do with like the magnetic field in the, not that makes people kill people. I'm talking about that like disorients people or makes them see orbs, affects their sight, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
I was at a wedding in Rehoboth maybe a month or two ago.
The big hobe.
There could have been some magnetic stuff going on there. There was some crazy stuff that happened. So
Like what?
No, not that crazy.
Okay.
But people that I wasn't expecting to get absolutely bundled got absolutely
Got stacked bundled
yes.
real quick.
So,
Yeah, I think
who
it's
knows?
I think it's just a weird place.
Jack, if you could look up if magnets affect drink intolerance, you let me know.
What
if
can magnets affect in the human body?
Oh, that's actually a good question. Let's get that on the record.
Right. Because I already kind of pulled this off with the whole fucking gastric posthumous floating weight thing with the Jonathan Daly case.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So maybe I'm onto something else biologically here. I don't know.
Well, while he looks that up, I think part of it too is like you're just in an absolutely giant forest, which leads
I think
to
and I say
to
this all the
begin with.
time. You hear like professional woodsmen, like naturalist people like Paul Rosalie or Forrest Gallant, the guys that go on Joe Rogan. They're like, dude, the forest disorients people on its own.
Yeah, yeah. Well, anything does. Even
Like
if,
the Amazon rainforest, you need to go out there with a trained guide who knows the forest, or else you're gonna get
I would
lost.
pick The Rock from The Rundown is who I would pick. Him or Sean William Scott. One of those two to take me through the forest.
You think so?
Great movie.
Super underrated.
Yeah,
I think it's his best movie.
It's just a quality.
So good.
Like we say this all the time, like a Hangover movie.
But it's so
you throw
good.
that movie on.
It's funny. The action's great. It's
great,
well
great
filmed.
action.
Unbelievable. It's so good. Good.
So the Bridgewater Triangle has unusual magnetic readings. That's a fact.
Told you.
Multiple investigators have noted irregular magnetic readings in certain parts of the Bridgewater Triangle, sudden compass deviations, unstable north alignment, localized magnetic dead zones, EMF spikes not tied to electrical sources. These are real documented phenomena, though the interpretation varies.
Okay.
But how can that affect people?
Yeah, I guess
like
that's a good
biologically,
question.
So-
does that have like an effect on people?
Magnets don't create or manipulate a human energy field, but they can influence your mind, but indirectly. So like examples being the placebo effect. Objects that symbolize protection or energy often help people feel grounded. Like that's the kind of like belief and placebo effect aspect to it. That's what I'm getting in the way that it influences your mind. But I mean, magnets, they interact with Earth's magnetic field, but in ways that don't affect your body.
Okay. But they would affect like other forms of navigation.
Yeah, they interact with Earth's magnetic field, but just in ways that don't affect your body.
Okay, but like the EMF blasts and stuff like that, that can that visually throw people off with I'm talking like the orb thing or some shit? Like, I don't know, is that like a ball? Because ball lightning exists. You ever seen ball lightning?
Yeah, so it says the only energy magnets truly affect is electrical. Human bodies do have electrical activity, brainwaves, nerve signals, heart rhythm, but the small magnets you can hold don't influence these at all.
Okay.
Only extremely strong, controlled magnetic fields can do that, and it's not in any weird way.
Okay. It's kind of half right. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'll take half
it's
right.
kind of a gray area.
It's kind of one of those things. Like, and
Took
this
a
is
shot
gonna, this
from
is
half
gonna
court.
sound like really like dumbed down, but like you go, like there's people that would like go out looking for a fight, they get a fight.
Sure.
It's like you know what I mean? Like it's one of those things. Like you're almost looking for an outcome, and that outcome comes. So it's like,
Tony Robbins says it like he's like he'll sit, he just did a thing with Theo Vaughn where he was like, look around this room and tell me everything that's brown in it.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
it's that type of thing, like
And then
a
it's like
placebo
he's like,
effect.
okay, now tell me what was red. And he has to take a look around and look again. And it's like, yeah, you saw brown because you were looking for brown.
yeah,
You'll see what you're looking for.
yeah.
If you want to go wake up every day and think of negative shit and find negative shit, you're going to find negative shit. You want to find positive shit, you'll find positive shit.
Yeah, that placebo effect of
Right.
like, yeah.
Pat's getting the mic back. Oh, he's not getting the mic back. Okay.
I was just going to say that I love your take. I'm definitely more into the supernatural stuff than you guys are. Okay. But I love that you came out strong with the magnetic field.
Telling
take.
you, I think the magnet, it affects people in some way.
I just didn't expect it. You with the Kowloon to the Bridgewater Triangle and then that take. This might be your best episode.
I was born in the Bridgewater Triangle, I think, at this point, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I
My
emerged
magnets are all fucked up.
I emerged from the flames.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was me the whole time.
Yeah.
People have no idea.
Yeah,
I got
that
the cloak
hair-
in
yeah,
my
that
car.
hairy creature.
That's me with no shirt on. I have the cloak in my car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just throw it up. I'm like the guy from The Village.
Yeah.
Remember the movie where they,
That's what I'm
dress
saying.
up
Like
in
this
the
is what it
things?
reminds me of The Village.
I feel like The Village took place in the Bridgewater Triangle.
It's possible. Didn't it take place in Massachusetts? Am I wrong about that?
I don't know. I fucking hate that movie. Worst plot twist of all time to close this episode out.
Well, my thing is like
Horrible.
he just had so many good plot twists that one seemed like a downer comparatively. But if someone else
Ruined
made
the
that
whole
movie,
fucking movie. The whole movie.
it's not that bad.
It's that bad, in my opinion. That bad.
What about Lady in the Water?
I didn't mind Lady in the Water. We watched that in Florida. I kind of liked it. There was no plot twist.
I know it just stunk of a movie.
I kind of liked it. I thought.
At least I like a good twist. So at least it was like a decent twist.
Well, Al's this guy that like first off, Al thinks he calls every single plot twist within like the first 10 minutes of the movie.
It's not even a question.
It's like his
I would
he
say
thinks
10's
this is
like
he
I'd
like
say
thinks
10's
this is like his superpower, so,
I
which
don't
he is
think
pretty
it's a
good at.
I
I'm
don't
not
think
gonna
it's
lie.
a superpower. I don't think it's a superpower.
Not a superpower, but it's like
But I think I do it in like 6 minutes. So don't say 10.
okay.
All right. Show some respect.
Well, hold on. The other thing is, I wouldn't say super. I meant like that useless talent that like you're really good at that makes you no money.
Yes.
That's probably one of yours.
What do you think yours is? You can remember things pretty well.
Yeah.
You have like a kind of a photographic memory.
Useless memories,
Yeah.
I would say, is my thing.
You think you got a photographic memory? Like you can Like you remember instances, you're like, remember this day we were here, we were doing this, and we were doing
It's called
that.
like an eidetic memory or something like that. It's something I forget
I'm
what
like,
the
I
fuck
don't
it is.
even
I
remember. I definitely don't remember what I had for breakfast today. That's not even like me just being smart.
Oh, you actually like don't know?
I have no clue. I don't really eat breakfast though,
Yeah,
so
you're
I don't
not a
even think I
breakfast
had
guy.
anything.
I would say, yeah, I think this is just a place that like attracted negativity, like real tangible negativity.
I think negativity breeds negativity.
Absolutely.
So this would be one of those cases that if you do believe in some of the stuff, yeah, I mean, I think that that lore just probably, it's like a snowball effect.
Mm-hmm.
Just going downhill. People believe in it. Certain things are happening, and then they're just saying it's all related. And if this is true at all,
We'll see.
yeah, well, I don't
How's
know.
this nice content idea I would love to do? If we can get a sponsor to put up a little bit of prize money of some kind, I would love to send a couple people into the Bridgewater Triangle at night, see if they can last for so many hours.
I think we should do that.
Nope, I'm not doing
I'm
it.
in.
I'm not doing it. There's no
I'm
way.
in. I'll
Absolutely not doing
fucking
it.
wear all metal, so all the magnet comes to me. I just start flying around in there.
You're like a guy that Magneto grabbed.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
just like, Michael Fassbender comes
Yeah,
out
yeah.
of nowhere. He's
Just
just holding Al up like
It's
this.
like, why are you wearing a knight's outfit from the medieval times?
exactly,
I don't
yeah.
know. I heard the magnets are all screwed up.
Yeah, I'm
screwed
here to
up over
joust.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Send people into the Bridgewater Triangle at night, give them some body cams, let them live stream it.
I'm sure someone has done this. They had to have. Like, there's ghost hunters. They do all this stupid stuff that's like...
And all the equipment's so expensive to find what? I mean, I will say sometimes they get like the voices on recording and that stuff's kind of interesting to listen to.
Was the Blair Witch Project take place in the Bridgewater Triangle?
No.
Why do I think that's
Maryland, right?
I thought it was Massachusetts,
No,
too.
it's Maryland.
Why did I just think everything surrounds us?
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, that's very, very geocentric of you. I want to say it's in Bakersfield, Maryland. Look that up, Jack.
The other
Wanna
movie
talk
you were
about it?
talking about was actually Pennsylvania and not Massachusetts. But
Wait, you talk about the Blair Witch?
no, the other one the one you were talking about before.
What was we saying
What the
before?
fuck was I talking
I did
about?
say something
Oh,
else.
the Village.
Yeah,
Yes, the Village.
Oh,
correct.
yeah, it's in like Quaker country in Pennsylvania, right? Yeah, okay.
Also, this year, WBZ and WBSM local coverage did go into the triangle after a spike of reports of like the bright lights, the orbs, screaming sounds to get content. So we'll have to check that out.
WBZ,
WBZ.
Channel 4, huh? No shit. I wonder if it was Matt. Wonder if it was reporter Matt.
I guarantee he's done something on it.
He might have.
Yeah.
Our buddy Matt. We got to get him on an episode.
It would be nice to have him on an episode. I feel like he's got good energy.
Where did Blair Witch take place, allegedly? Was I right?
Yeah, you were right. Bakersfield, Maryland.
You like that?
Kid's good. That's
like
that
that?
memory for
Yeah,
you.
you like that? Yeah, that's pretty much all we have. There's really nothing to theorize here. It's just, it is what it is. It's clearly a weird place. Taunton's weird enough as it is. Yeah,
It's one of those places.
one of those places. That's it. If
Some
you have
people
any,
call it the armpit triangle, but
Yeah.
I don't agree
some
with that.
people being Al.
Yeah.
There's one guy that says that's Al, and he said it like 45 minutes ago. What was I gonna say? If you have any stories,
Yeah, let us
you
know.
know, you grew up in the area, you allegedly seen some weird shit, let us know. I'm more interested to see if like the extinct wildlife lives in there, because I think that's cool. I think there's nothing cooler than seeing like an animal that you're not supposed to see in a place where it shouldn't be. That I find really cool.
Well, you're a big zoo guy.
Big animal guy.
Yeah.
Love that.
They say that we don't know like even 1/10 of the organisms that are on Earth. Like if you go underwater, there's,
Especially, well, you know where they find it is they do like an Australian bushwhack every year, which is exactly what it sounds like. They literally go into like the Australian wilderness.
I think it's called a bushcraft. And the only reason why I know that is because of one, Bobby Kelly's a bushcrafter. And I think it's called bushcrafting. And I always make fun of him because
Well,
of that.
no, because I think bushcrafting is like building a fire and shit.
I don't know. I always make fun of that movie Bushwhacker with bushwhacking with the guy from Home Alone.
Daniel Stern?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Where he
I
takes
forgot
the
about that.
he
Yeah.
takes the
Oh my God. What is it in Australia? Is it a bushwhack, like the act of going into the bush and like
whacking.
Bushcrafting?
No, bushwhacking.
Bushwhacking is traveling through wild, undeveloped terrain with no trail, often dense brush, fallen trees, swamp, or overgrowth.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They
What's
go in and-
bushcrafting? Give us a def on bushcrafting.
Yeah, I thought that's what she said.
I thought bushcrafting was like building a teepee out of shit
Yeah,
could
like
be.
building shelters from natural materials.
Yeah, like a cabin or some shit, a little hut.
So you probably
Starting
bushcraft
fires.
while you're bushwhacking.
You got to be yeah.
Yeah.
You're either crafting some bush or
You're either
whacking some
crafting or
bush.
whacking. You're doing
Yeah,
one or two
one
things in the
of the
bush.
two.
There's one or two
One or
things
the
that
other,
happen.
one or
Right,
the other.
exactly. Yeah, they do that in Australia, like every year. Like Robert Irwin, Steve Irwin's kid.
Yeah.
He like leads like a bushwhack team. They go in and they end up finding like 12 new species of whatever bug.
It's crazy how big the world is.
It's insane.
It's nuts.
It's also insane how big Australia is, and people don't realize it. It's almost the size of the United States.
Well, because it looks weird on a map.
It looks weird on a map, but it's fucking massive.
Australia should legitimately sue whoever made the first map because of how small it looks.
For like misrepresentation.
Same with Alaska. Alaska is massive.
Huge.
I think
Half of-
Alaska is way bigger than Texas, or it's close to Texas. And it
I
looks,
think it's bigger than Texas.
And it looks like the size of fucking
California, maybe?
Idaho.
Yeah, legit, right. But we got to think 75% of it's uninhabitable.
Is it that high?
I want to
75%?
say so, yeah. Isn't Barrow, Alaska, like the most remote fucking location in the country? Talk to me.
I do think that, like, honestly, like, maybe the kid does have a point. That one kid in the comment section that said that we might have ADHD.
Might.
I think it's, first of all, we definitely have it, so you didn't point out anything.
I think
that-
anybody worth listening to has ADHD of some
Yeah.
kind.
Alaska is the biggest state.
It is, okay.
No, I know that, but like the furthest most... Good.
It doesn't appear to be the most remote in the country, no.
Well, Nome, Alaska has a lot of paranormal activity in it, right?
I'm not sure, but which part of it was...
So, Nome, Alaska is where that movie, The Fourth Kind, takes place, which is an underrated horror movie. If anybody hasn't seen that yet, it's so good. It's fake, but it's so good. But Nome, Alaska does have a lot of like reported UFO activity in it. Barrow, Alaska, I think is the furthest north habitable town in the United States. Or habitated town, I should say.
Barrow?
Barrow, Alaska.
It says it's not.
What is it?
I cannot pronounce it for the life of me.
Try
but
it.
it's in Alaska.
You think
There's no chance I'm pronouncing
Hold on.
Utikava.
Globe.
Exactly.
Uh-oh, here we go. We got to pronounce off. Here.
Utkavik?
Why are you going Slavic with the accent?
For the audio listeners, Mark just walked over to the producer table.
It's pretty close to Russia, so it could
try
be
to
something
pronounce
like that.
to try to pronounce the
What do you
word.
call the two dots over like the A?
2 dots over an A.
It's called something. It's like a thing with...
It's like a semicolon above it.
Yeah, it's like a
full
Scandinavian
colon.
thing or something. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it is.
What's the 2 dots? Is it a colon?
That's sideways.
Yeah,
I mean,
know.
that's upright. This is like the 2 dots over the A.
Yeah. Maybe the magnets took that colon
So,
and put it
yeah,
on top.
who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, let's end this fucking episode.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening to the show. We love you all. We will see you on the next episode. Stay out of Taunton.